can move without somebody's bills. Can't get it paid. Leave it up to God and He'll make a way. Trust in the Lord, He's the way and the truth and the light. Despite all your downfalls, He'll make it right. Go a straight path like you're riding on a bike. Serve God cause it could be your last night. V-I-C-T-O-R-Y. I'm an angel to meet me in the sky.
Happy Sunday, y'all. So today, of course, as we would have it, God led me to read Mark 5 and Luke 5 today. And 2 days ago, he had me reading Matthew 5. And today, as I was reading Luke 5, I noticed that it was talking about disciples. And I was just like, okay. Because I have been asking God, what is it that you want from me in this season? I don't know why I be doing that. I was, asking him, what is it that you want from me in this season? Like, because seasons change, and God, in each season, God is requiring something different of you. And so lately I've just been hearing disciple. And so being that he led me to that passage, I would say multiple times in almost the same week, I was just like, you know what, God, all right, because it's very uncomfortable, because as y'all know, back in 2022 or 2020, the end of 2022, God confirmed to me that I needed to leave my job. So I was like, okay, cool. And then it was followed by, okay, yeah, but those businesses that you tried to run, I need you to let those go too. And I was like, okay. And then that was followed by, okay, but I also need you to let go of your car. And I'm just like, wait a minute. So it took all the way up until this moment for me to really realize and understand that God just needed me to be his disciple. And so I think it was in Luke 5, where it was talking about the Beatitudes, and it was the Beatitudes is like, it was this, the Sermon on the Mount. So Jesus was talking to his disciples, letting them know the standard for living, what he's expecting of those who choose to follow him. Granted, we all can be disciples, but God isn't calling everyone to leave their job. God isn't calling everyone to let go of their car. That's been my story, and it has been so uncomfortable. And I found myself rushing for the next season to come in, rushing to have that employment, rushing to have just some source of income coming in. And that's not what God is requiring of me, because it's easy to run back to what's familiar. It's easy to go back to the familiar. It's easy to go back to, a 9 to 5, but that's not what God is calling me. That's not what he's asking me of this season. And I just had to embrace that, and I think I know that's the story for a lot of us. You're waiting for your next season. God just needs you to steward your current season well. Whatever he has called you to do, whatever he has told you to put your hands to, he needs you to steward that well now, like not tomorrow, now. And I haven't been stewarding this season well, because I wasn't sure what it is that he wanted me to do. I know he called me to do YouTube. I haven't even been stewarding that well. Like, all he needs me to do is sit in his presence as he downloads things to me. He wants me to put it out. He wants me to put it out for you guys, and I haven't even been doing that well. That's because I was just so focusing on what I lacked that I didn't really take time to focus on what I have. I didn't take time to focus on and appreciate the tangible, like this current season, who I am, where I am, who he has allowed me to connect with, the family, the friends. I haven't really been embracing that as I should, because my mind was 5 years from now. My mind was, okay, on God, God, what's next? What are you calling me to do? Should I get a job? Should I do this? Should I do that? And he's just like, I got that. It ain't time for that yet. At the right time, at the appointed time, because to everything there is a season. When it's time for me to release that information to you, then you will know. But until then, I just need you to do what I have called you to do. And so I thank God for that, because I know it is so often that I deal with the double mind. Just going back and forth like, God, did you say this? Did you say that? Because everything looks good. And that's how the enemy does. He makes everything looks good. He presents the same offer to you. It's just wrapped up in a different package. That's all he does. He presents those opportunities, and it sounds good, and in your mind you're just mapping it all out. At least that's what I'm doing. In my mind, I'm just like, oh yeah, this will work. Bet this will work. And just God is just like, no, honey. I just need you to sit in my presence. And see, this is why I sometimes just get stuck and I don't do anything, because I'm just like, Lord, I want to stay in your will. And I have to always be honest with myself. How am I going to stay in God's will if I'm not even abiding in him? How can I tell God I love him if I'm not doing his commandments, if I'm not keeping his laws, if I'm not obeying his word? How can I? So yeah, that's what he's been dealing with me for this. Oh yeah, the confirmation has come and I'm grateful. So now I just have to move forward. Now that I know, now that it's been confirmed, I'm gonna be held accountable for what I do going forward. So I can't say that I didn't know. And I thank God for grace, because he could have just gave up on me, and I'm just like, you know what? Thank you. So I just want to encourage you, whatever it is that God has you doing in this season, just steward it well. Just embrace it. Embrace your journey. Just thank God that he has called you. Thank God that he has chose you. Thank God that he has equipped you. Even if you don't feel like you are fully equipped, you have more than enough. Believe me. So yeah, I now know what I need to do going forward. He already told me, look, you be on social media too much, girl. You be listening to too many people. You on YouTube way too much, consuming all of that information, consuming all that content, and I'm not putting out enough. So yeah, I have to cut back on that. So yeah, I just want to encourage y'all, just whatever he say, do. Just do it well. As a believer, you should be working in excellence. So when they see you, they should see the God in you. You shouldn't have to stamp it on your forehead saying I'm with God. No, that should be evident. So yeah, that's what I have for y'all today. Just look, go forward and be great. Sincerely, Arlene.